Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters. In baseball, of course, I'm really into baseball. You will have certain stadiums that are prone more for pitching. The pitchers are the ones that decide the game. And there are some that are basically hitting. So you can hit long. I don't know why there's a difference, but you'll sit there and notice, and definitely some teams, their home team, they don't have any home runs, and while other ones have lots of home runs. Sometimes it's different, like if you were playing at the Rockies, because it is a higher altitude. It has different. The ball travels differently because it's in a higher altitude. But I imagine casinos have the same thing. If we were to sit there and define casinos and their tables, there's some tables that are made for the casinos because we're going to give up all of our money, and then there are some tables that are for us where you really don't have to worry so much about your dice control. The table just seems to not give up sevens very often. I was at one of those tables last week. It was in Tucson. It was the Desert Diamond Casino. I've been to, I would imagine, almost every casino that there is in Vegas. This one's probably as big as the biggest casino that there is in Vegas, or maybe a little bigger. But they do only have one craps table. But the place is, I've never seen as many slot machines in one place, but there. I walked away with 1660 on Buffalo Link, so it was good. Plus, I sat there and turned 300 into almost 1,000 twice. I got there on a Friday night. I tried one dice set; it didn't work well for me. So then I went to another one, and then it worked really well. That's how come I like going to casinos when they first open. If there's not a lineup at the craps table, or maybe later on in the day, that way you can sit there and try before everyone's there. You don't want to have your neighbor having a lot of money on the table and you hit the point and then seven out. How good would that look? Especially for me. So I always like to get there when there's nobody there. That way you can try your dice sets out. You can sit there and say, oh, this one's working well, or this one's not working, that well. But that's what I did. I went there Friday. I didn't do so good. Then I did great. And then I went back there Saturday, and I was the only one there. I got bored. I got bored with we just keep on throwing. My chip tray went from here to here. It was crazy. I've never experienced a table as nice as this one. It rolled nice. It wasn't another seven. It wasn't surprising. You knew seven was going to come, but you knew it was way off in the distance. There were a few people that would point in seven, but it was far and few between. The people there very nice, very friendly. But let me know. Let me know if you've ever been to that casino, and in the comments, put down what is your favorite craps table. Where is it located at? Is it in Vegas? Is it in Laughlin? And tell me why is it your favorite one? I would almost have to sit there and say it's probably one of my favorite ones. Out of all the ones I played, it's probably my favorite one. It wasn't hard at all for me to sit there and say this is my go-to, and I'm doing it, and I just kept on doing it. But let me know in the comments. So this week I'm going to sit there and kind of go back to last week. Somebody had a question about my release point on rolling all sevens at the bouncy table at Ellis Island, and the same person also wanted to see the landing zone because I was focused more on my throwing. So I'm going to include that clip as well. Next week I'm going to show you what dice set I was using. I think I've done a video on it before, but if you haven't seen that one, this one here is a killer dice set. I've many all talls, smalls with this dice set. It doesn't work for bouncy tables. That's the only thing. If the table's bouncy, you're going to seven out all the time. But if it's a medium to hardly no bounce, this, the one I'll show you next week, is the one you need to be using. Why it works, I have no idea. But it works for me. And hopefully, if I show you something, hopefully it works for you. So without further ado, I'm going to sit there and show you those two videos. Please like, share, subscribe. I want to keep us, marching on. It's not about the money. It doesn't really matter about the money, but I want to keep us so we can go live at any time, and keep that going, keep my channel going. And I will be in Vegas, not this week. but the following weekend. So if you want to meet up somewhere, meet up somewhere, Casino Quest or Ellis Island or anywhere you choose, just sit there and drop me an email. It's dicesetters@gmail.com. And you can also find me on Facebook at Dicesetters there as well. Thanks, guys. Here it goes. Hey guys, Jeff here, Dicesetters. So this is from the last time make sure you can see my hands in that one. Yeah, you should be able to. The release point and what it looks like when it hits the wall. So I'll do a couple rolls. And it's pretty much you just let go of your thumb. That's all you're going to sit there and do. That's how you want it to roll. And like I said, it was like bowling for dollars. That's exactly, the dice are like bowling balls. It was a 12. Nine. Nine. You have to hit the backboard to make it legal. So you don't want it to be crashing into the backboard. The alligators. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at last week's video. I did it looking this direction. But this is the whole video. I was more interested in getting the throw down. It's going to be a 6. Eight. So those of you that do have a bouncy table, that's the only table you have to pick from, and saw that and told me that you're going to try it. Let me know how it does for you. I want to hear your guys' success story. 9. So that's what it looks like. I'll leave it at that. Looks like even though you're bowling for dollars, it seems to favor one number, and that's 9. All right, guys, let me know how you do. All right, guys. This is at Ellis Island's $5 table. This is what works for me. They do have a $5 table that is 24/7. I'm going to move down just a hair more. Yeah, about that. So what I do is I do the all 7s, just like you saw last week and just like you saw the little small clip. Same dice set, same holding pattern, same everything. But this one here, we're going to put a backspin on it. And this seems to work for me. It's going to be a 9. And again, this is Ellis's table. Let me try to remember where my zone was at here. I'm pretty sure it'll work the same on my table. It might not work as well. This is my landing zone. Eight. I'm going to move down. Well, I think I was right here. Let me move down just one more. Seven. When I was at Ellis, I was playing by myself. Yeah, there was nobody on the table. I did that the first time, but I didn't give up. What I did was I gave it just a little bit more of a spin. So we're going to try that. Give it a little more of a spin. We don't want it to go even more higher, but definitely a little more of a spin. Two. At the casino I was at last weekend, that was the hardest number for me to roll. Next to 12. I could roll almost any other number but those. Four. So it looks like when you give it just a little more of a spin, you end up with the hard ways. And that's fine with me. I don't have a problem putting $1, $5 on the hard ways, especially if they keep on coming out. Midnight. I don't know, guys. That's the third hard way in a row. Four. Back to three. I was getting worried if I keep on doing hard ways. I don't know what the odds are of doing that, but I imagine 3 in a row. Five. To make a spin a little faster, it's a little flick of the fingers. If you've ever thrown dice that way, I imagine it's really easy for you to figure that part out. You can do it with hardly any backspin, or you can increase your backspin. Hard 6. Easy 6. 9. Three. With that, I got my small. Nine. Eight. Down to 2 more numbers for my tall. I need yo and 10. And there went the 7 out. I did not put enough spin on the back of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And made the small. So there you have it, guys. That's how I roll Ellis Island's $5 table. Now they did just put down a new layout. And knowing about layouts, it will roll differently each time you go there. It has to settle down. But as you see, it worked with mine. It should work with still work the same. But sometimes you'll find that what you once knew worked stops, and the reason is because my table just doesn't get pounded with dice 24/7. But if you're working on a table that gets pounded with dice 24/7, it will change, and it'll change quickly. So test the waters. Make sure what worked for you last week or last month, 2 weeks ago, still works for you today, and then go ahead and go with your normal strategy. And if it doesn't, what's cool is if you're there by yourself with nobody else playing, you can try a couple. There's 3 that I try, and if those 3 don't work, I start back with my first one, thinking there was something wrong with me. I just didn't get warmed up. So always try your number 1, then go to number 2, then go to number 3. And none of those work, go back to 1. Think about what you're doing. Think about what number came up. Of course, it's going to be a 7, but how did it come up? And from there, I'm pretty sure you'll figure out, oh, I wasn't holding my dice right, or something to that effect. But if your mechanic is right on the money, most of the time the number 1 dice set that you're going to use is going to work for you each and every time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'm up to 1310. I always want to keep it open for us when we go live. I'm still looking for people to want to go with me at Ellis Island. I talked to them. We could have that $10 table, which is not the bouncy one. They won't sit there and give us the $5 table just because it's open 24/7, and yeah, we wouldn't want that one anyways. But we could get the $10 table, the one that's not bouncy. They want us, if they're going to do this, they want us to play for at least 2 hours. They could make it a $5 table, but we'd have to show, 5 to maybe $800 with a bankroll, or we could do a $10 table, and we wouldn't have to go for that long. But if they're going to do it, they want us to definitely be spending money. Hopefully, we won't be giving it back to them. Hopefully, we will be winning. But between 6 to 10 people, and if I went there, I know for sure I could bring with me at least 3 or 4. So I'm not asking for a lot, maybe 4 people. That'd be awesome. But you just can't go there with $10 and want to buy in. It's not going to happen that way. But shoot me an email, dicesetters@gmail.com, and let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.